Eva, thank you so much for joining us here at Super Return International. What would you describe as the state of play between LPs and GPs at the moment? Because that relationship has evolved a lot over the past 5 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think that from an LP perspective, we are we're talking a lot more about values and the culture that we invest in. I mean, we are looking for a long-term relationship with our GPs, and it's important for us to understand how they do business and how they treat their employees and how they recruit them.
How do you go about measuring that, and what do you look for when you're trying to create that relationship?
It's extremely hard to measure in pure facts or figures, of course, but we try to meet as many people as we can within the GP. I mean, not only our private equity specialists meet them, but also our people from risk or audit, from internal AP2, because we think that it's easier to judge a GP if you have met with a broader perspective of their organization.
And what attributes are you specifically looking for in a market like this? Who do you think will succeed, and what do they need in terms of the makeup of a team?
Yeah. We believe very much in diverse teams, and we think that if you bring diversity to the table, it makes you being able to see business opportunities from more sides and perspectives. And sometimes we are missing out of that in GPs, but maybe we turn our interest towards others then.
And what's your definition of diversity? It's not just gender, is it? It's
Absolutely
the way people
not.
think.
No, just to give you a bad example that shows what is not diversity. If you have a GP with only one sex employed, you have the same educational background, the same business experience. Maybe these people even live neighbors to each other, and then they go on holiday together. That is not what I'm looking for when I look for a diverse team, because the risk that these people are thinking the same is much higher, and also the risk of who do you think will say no to a business proposition that the others in the team strongly supports. You need to have that kind of integrity as well.
You don't want a meeting where everyone agrees, really, do you? You want people to have different ideas and bring different attributes to the table. And in that sense, what do those teams then do in a market like this? Because obviously in an environment where you're looking for, perhaps fewer opportunities, that more diverse thinking is even more important, perhaps.
Yes, I think so, absolutely. And we see the world transforming now, especially if you're looking to the energy transition or, the food industry and the way we live our lives. You need to have different perspectives on the business opportunities. You can't work as you always have done.
So as an LP, what are your biggest concerns at the moment, and what are you doing in terms of a fairly sort of, I guess, defensive approach at the moment with relation to geopolitics and the environment economically?
I think we have a long-term perspective for our investments, so we will keep on investment. I find it hard to talk about timing in these areas, but we try to have a diverse portfolio, and as we started to talk about, we really are looking into the organizations to see if they are viable for the future.
Great to talk to you. Thank you so much for sharing your insights.
Thank you.